Hello and welcome to Queen Mariam Talk Show. I'm your host, Mariam Ali, and today's episode is sponsored by the Women Foundation. Today's topic is about women in business and their lifestyle. Our guest today is Fatuma Zahara Khalif, a founder of Women Foundation. She is also an entrepreneur and an amazing mother. Welcome, Fatuma, to my show.
Thank you so much, Mariam.
Mashallah, you look amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, tell us about yourself, what you do.
I'm Fatuma Zahara Khalif. I'm a mom. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm also a learner at the same time, because in entrepreneurship, every day is a new day that you learn something. So I am in the real estate business and also in export and import. And also I run a woman foundation for women to empower women, especially girls and women only.
Oh, yeah. Wow, amazing. What really could drive to start this entrepreneurship?
Okay, entrepreneurship has been part of my life from early age, because my mom is an entrepreneur, and from an early age I was like, it was being part of my life, and I wanted to do something not just for me, but also for my kids. Like, they see this person who is doing something, has a mom and has a life goals and drive, doing whatever it is, even it's small, but at least she's doing something.
Wow.
Yeah, but prior entrepreneurship, I was in employment. I used to work with Deloitte, and then after that, I saw Deloitte was not going well for me because of Deloitte is a great company, but for me as a person, I wanted to grow.
Oh,
yes.
Amazing. Did you face any challenges while starting this business of yours?
Yeah, of course, challenges are always there. First, to start with, in real estate, one thing about it is I was new to it. I didn't know anyone working in real estate. I didn't know how to. I only knew that there's a lady who was a friend who was doing before, and I wanted to do something she was doing, and I was passionate about it in the sense that I have family abroad, and every holiday summer I get from them like apartments and houses, but I wasn't charging. So I said, let me start doing my own business. I started charging it, and prior to that, I'm an interior designer too. I do showrooms. I used to do showrooms. So that's how real estate also has I ventured into real estate because of that.
Wow, amazing. Yeah. How do you balance your work being a mother and being an entrepreneur?
Okay, balance. Of course, as women, as we are women, we have the strength of trying to balance everything, but nothing balances. But it's just how you figure it out, how the day starts. You figure it out. You have to plan days ahead. You have to have if it's kids, you have to have a nanny. You have to have everything in check, so that before you leave out of the house, everything in the house is in order. Then you head to work. Then from work, you have to have another plan again for the day, how it's gonna go. So that's how I go to every day, but I don't go to work almost every day because sometimes I work from home. That's the beauty for me. Yeah, I have an office, yes, at Riverside, but I don't go mostly. You know why? Because for now we're having a joint, a company that is joining us. So we're trying to figure it out how to how it will be designed and everything. So, but I used to have an office there, but I hardly go. I go once, twice, in a month, but I mostly work from home.
Okay, that's nice. There's a lot of young women who want to start something for themselves. What advice can you give them?
Okay, for young girls, inshallah ta'ala, first one thing they have to do is they master what are they good at. They know what is their talent, what do they want to do, what kind of person do they look up to. From there, then she can say that, okay, I want to do nursing, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be a lawyer. Then from there, then inshallah, maybe she can, look for the right people to mentor her. And also read a lot of books, because for you to read, you get to expand your mind. However little you are, start reading that book which is according to your age, then you can expand from there.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
reading is the gateway to everything. I mean, you have to read. Even if they're young, 15, they want to maybe do something major in life, you have to start reading. Reading culture has to be there in their life, so that later as they grow, they know it exactly and get lessons from other people through the books they're reading.
Wow, that's amazing advice because most people that I interact with, they usually tell us to read as many books as possible because it makes us think, it makes us have the idea of what we want and what we want to do.
Yeah, yes. Books are the gateway to a lot of information, a lot of dreams. I mean, so many things. The books in entrepreneur in different ways. These books for kids on different kind of aspects. I mean, they make them like have that. As they say, kids who read become adults who think.
Yeah.
I mean, if you read and if you're a kid who reads, I mean, tomorrow you'll be thinking adult. You know what to do. You know where to start from. You know, that's the whole concept of reading.
Yeah.
And as you progress in life, reading has to be part of your life. Even if it's a page, if it's 2 pages per day, I mean, it doesn't have to be like a chapter. You can move from there.
Oh, that's amazing. And you're also the CEO of Women Foundation. What motivated you to start it?
Okay, first, Women Foundation is for, as I told you, for women and for especially girls. Because as women are the ones who can empower our girls.
Yeah, true.
Because it's how we perceive ourselves that the girls will see us and then they want to emulate us in life. So, and Women Foundation, the core of it is mostly for empowerment, to create that kind of awareness in women to have career, to have different kind of ambitions in life. Because there's nothing that will be put on a silver platter for anybody. So you have to work hard for it. So a Women Foundation is mostly like to give girls that, what do you call that, create that pave like path for them to like, do from one place to another. Like if it's from university, what are they supposed to do? Like we coach sometimes, we mentor sometimes, like for them to get from A to B. Yeah, that's what we do. But we haven't done anything in 2020. The last active years we were in was 2017, 18, 19, early part of it.
Oh, that's amazing, and it's also inspiring. And also you work with export and import. Kindly you tell us about it and how did you start it?
Okay, import and export was started, we started last year, 2020 in September. Mostly was that we had, as I was telling you, from Women Foundation, we've been working with so many people, also in the real estate, from experts to diaspora. So we got so many contacts in between the lines that they were interested in a lot of farming produce in Kenya, like avocados, coffee is our biggest thing we're marketing now. And so they wanted to taste the coffee and everything. So that's how I started export, because you cannot work with a real estate farm to export produce out of the country. So that's how Al-Murid Export started.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's the same clients that we were dealing with before that wanted to, again, about coffee. They were asking about avocados, aloe vera, I mean, so many things. So that's how we started the export company.
Oh, that's amazing, because I usually get inspired when I see women following their passion, doing whatever they want, and also balance with the family, taking care of their kids. So while doing that, do you face criticism from outside, and also do you face a lot of challenges when people perceive you because you're a businesswoman and also you're a mother?
Yeah, definitely. The people assume that you are like doing things and neglecting one, you know. Yeah, but as I said before, I try to get the balance, but it's really hard. But I try to get the balance in between for my family, my kids, and my work, because this is my work. It's not anybody's work. If I don't get up in the morning to work for it, nobody else will.
Wow.
Yeah, so I create the balance. I mean, even if it's waking up as early as 4 and 3, you know, to prepare the day for myself, like maybe because I'm a mom, try to create all the meals in between, pack them, put them in the freezer.
Sure.
You know, at least when I'm walking out of the house, I know that I have done A, B, C, D in the house. And when I'm leaving my nanny with the kids, Alhamdulillah, I have a very nice nanny. But at least I've done my part as a mother, you know, and now she takes over. And I attend my other work. Yeah, that's how it is. There's no balance it's just trying to find the balance.
Oh.
It's how you do it. Yeah, sometimes you can wake up early, sometimes you can wake up a little bit later than the normal, and you find that the day is going okay. But there are days you have to wake up so early because you have maybe so many things on that day to do, and everything has to be done at a specific time. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And also you're glowing, you look
so
young,
much.
and your mother.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us the secret of being like this?
Oh my God.
What do you do?
I don't do anything much, but alhamdulillah, what I just do is the exercise. Just the little you can do. Start from I was not like this when I had my first baby. My son is 9 years now. No, he's not a baby.
Wow.
So I mean, he's from the day I had my baby, I was not like this. I had gained weight. I was new. I was a new mom. You know, I was like, I didn't know so many things that I know now. You know, but it takes courage for you to do that exercise, even though that weight may not go 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, or 1 month, but it's consistency. You have to keep on doing it. So you come back to the weight you had before, and also as being a mom, you have to have that weight where you can run with your kids, you can play with them. You know,
yeah, true.
You feel like if you have that weight, you can't do so much. You miss out.
True.
Yeah. So I want to be that active with my kids. You know. Yeah. That I mean, it's like it's life itself for you to play with your kids. It's so because later in life you look back and say, why didn't I do this when they're older? You know, why can't we do it now when they're still young and then running around and enjoying them?
Oh, that's amazing. And also, most parents have moral that they instill in their children. What is something that you're very strict on that your kid should do? And as a mother, how do you do it?
Okay, for me, the most important for me in my kids, as I say, it's Quran.
MashaAllah.
For them to hifz Quran. I did not hifz Quran, but I finished Quran. But I did not complete offhand. But I want my kids to do the hifz. So I try as much. We had a duxi at home, but because of COVID, so we had to release the chef.
Yeah.
So I took the part to teach my kids.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, and their dad. Yeah, so we take alternatives, we balance. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Now my son finishes Mama. Was it December, I think, or November, I don't know, something. Yeah, but of course we're way behind. But I mean, I want to continue for him to continue, and later in life, I want him to like go into an institution where he does hifz, because Quran it's the whole light of the brain, and it has to be there in the brain. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's the first thing we do in our home. That's the last thing we do also. Yeah. Quran in the morning, and sometimes in the morning because of rush hour we may not do it, but in the evening when we come back and everybody settles down. And after Maghrib prayers time, we have the session for Quran. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, that's amazing. Also, you're working with financial investors. Kindly, can you tell us more about it?
Okay. As I was saying, in real estate, it's not just about selling a house. Somebody will walk in, maybe I'll call you and say, okay, I have a project. I don't have the money, but I have the idea. Now, for you, what I do is I have other firms that I partner with. We get finance to finance their projects, especially from Turkey and equity funds. Majority of them are from the European countries. So we get them on board. We sit down and we navigate and see what they make. It's like, of course, at the end of the day, you make profit out of it.
Sure.
Yes, but we have to sit down and see the calculations and everything. And then from there, then the money is released for them to start the project. That's the financial aspect of the real estate. And the other one is whereby a client comes to me and he says, I have my whole drawings, I have the land myself, it's my land, I have the whole aspect. I want investors, not just money-wise, but name. I want an investor with a name. Let's say a company, let's say a big company like these hotels. That I want them to invest in this, so I put their name inside, and then I market them for them, and the land is mine. I have a client on that. I'm working on it right now. And another one is whereby we have these clients that the big healthcare out of the country. They came. They were looking for a land. they want to set up one of the biggest hospitals here. So what we did is we didn't have the land. So we had to approach some people. They took us to specific places for a big land. We looked at them, we tried to assess them, we evaluated them, and from there then we found one which went there like the best. Then we took it, and then now we go back to the client and we say, okay, this land is worth this much. It goes for this much. It's this much. It's this big. These acres. So will you take it, yes or no? If he says yes, then we sit down and write an agreement.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and then from there the investment comes from the people who are coming with the healthcare. They come with their own money. So that's the aspect of investment.
Wow, that's amazing. So, what advice will you give to women out there before we close the show?
Okay, for women, what I can say is start. If you want to be a businesswoman, if you want to be an entrepreneur, start from anywhere small, however small it is. But start today. Start, because it will today. You look at again, it will be tomorrow. So you better start today and start small. That's where the whole secret is. Start small, grow from there.
So you have had women out there start today, because today matters. So we have come to the end of the show. Thank you very much for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe so that you can get an inspiring and motivating episode. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye.